Okay, let's see if I can get this right first time. Get the chat up. Come on. Nope, not there. Do as Mr. Hellfreezer tells you. Come on, there we go. That's a good template. YouTube. There we go. Dashboard. And live streaming. That's where we want to be. And when that loads up, we should be good. Okay, hello everybody. Can you all hear me okay? We should be live. Hey, Jenny Bean, Luna Neptune, Keeley, the straw man. No arguing straw man. Hey, Barry. Okay, I've got you kind of perched precariously. We'll see how that goes. Mac, I recently found your channel and banged your neckbeard in the wild videos. Well, you shouldn't bang neckbeards. They don't deserve it. But thank you. Ooh, sorry to hear that, Mara. It's a bit chilly here, but we've had no more snow, thankfully. My name is an anagram, lol. Google won't let me change it. That's unfortunate. You should be able to change it on YouTube at least. Thank you, Luna. You sound like a Scottish Sylvester the Cat. I don't know what Sylvester the Cat sounds like, so I don't know how to take that. Hi, AC Callisto. Castillo. I keep calling you Callisto. Hey, Ruta. You have no idea how much effort I just put into avoiding doing a Jimmy Nail impression. Mara? No, Barry, the room is still sitting half stripped. I might finish stripping the wallpaper off tomorrow. Welcome, Julie. Okay, I should get something on this screen so it's not completely boring. New something. I might just do a bit of doodling, so let's start a new document. Hey, Alexander. Well, the thing about the idiots in the wild is those stories come from a lot of the other like subreddits and the other sources. Like when people send stories in, and if they don't quite fit in the other categories, then they go in idiots in the wild. So they kind of just happen. They kind of take care of themselves, those videos, so there aren't as many of them. Hey, Bad Vibes. Welcome. Hi, Hellfreezer. I tried looking it up on the internet. What is a neckbeard? It didn't say. Right. I used to have a concise explanation of this. A neckbeard is someone who is toxically... Well, the best way to put it is it's somebody who makes their own social awkwardness every other person's problem. I think that's the best way to describe them. Generally, poor hygiene. They're into very nerdy things, but they feel the need to try and exclude others from them. There's lots of different qualities that go into making a neckbeard, but ultimately it's their attitude that's the main problem. Okay, make sure I haven't missed anything here. Hey, Venkin's Art. Madison Bond. Hey, Madison. I'm sorry to hear that, Kate. Any little projects you can work on while you're laid up? Keep your mind off it? Alexander, if Mr. Nightmare typed in this chat, would you... Well, all I'd have to do is click on his name and I'd be able to see if it's the real Mr. Nightmare or not, so it'd be easy to tell. Well, at least you've got that to keep you occupied, Kate. Mm-hmm. Ghetto Outlaw, if you ever... I've done a few creepypastas, but ultimately I just don't really enjoy most of them. I found a few I liked, did those. There is a playlist on the channel called A Big Bowl of Creepypasta. Probably won't do any more though. Though I do mean to keep doing more fairy tales. I did quite enjoy doing those. Baridot, or Barido, welcome. Thank you, AC. I'll be happy to haunt your house for a little while. GM Orden TV, hi. But you should draw a cat. Yeah, I've done a few of the big ones. I've done like Abandoned by Disney. There was a prequel to that I did as well that was actually quite fun to do. I think it was a few suggestions. Mark Freeman, hey Frenzy, any advice for me not to stand out as a crazy American tourist in Europe? What not to do in London and Holland? Well, yeah, there's two things you can do actually. Is one, say you're Canadian, and just say Shaggy and Scooby. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Killy. Hope the little one's okay. Alexander Moore, I'm not planning any collaborations with anybody at the moment. The last two that were meant to happen didn't. No idea why. And your maker and I have literally never spoken. Vatican's Art, how's the weather by you currently? Chilly but occasionally sunny. And rainy. And snowy and icy. 4 seasons in one day. A lot of wind the other night. That wasn't fun. Yep, it's currently 12 minutes past 11. I don't know why I have the keyboard on my lap. Let's get over it. And I will draw like a child. I still haven't fixed that problem with the thingy, but we'll see how it goes. Mary Smith, can we see you? I hope not. Madam Crystal asks, are you from London or Australia? Nobody tell her. I'm trying to draw with white. Okay. Are you working on a picture during this stream? He's actually from Russia. Mary Freeman, I want to tell her. Okay, Madam Crystal, I'm actually from Scotland. So you weren't too far off with London, but quite a few miles, but... Jenny Bean, I'm quite toasty. I've got the heating on, and I'm very fashionably dressed in a pair of black Vans, black and white Vans, black jeans, and a housecoat with a hood on it. Hellfreezer, do you watch Still Game? No, I never really got into Still Game. Not my cup of tea. My sister likes it. Never really for me. Mara Freeman says, I will like you talk to us here with American accent, laughing out loud. No, that's me hiding behind the sofa when someone said they could see me. And Mara's just shared a bunch of female emojis. I don't know if she's offering me women. If you are, I accept. That's me, hiding over the couch with a wonky eye. Of course, that picture's a complete lie because my sofa's actually quite messy. Well, one half of it is. Venkazar, Hellfreezer, if you had to choose to stay for a night, which place? 1. Haunted Victorian mansion. 2. Cabin in the woods next to an Indian burial ground. 3. A trailer park in Florida, USA. I would choose the Haunted Victorian mansion. Because I've always wanted to stay in a mansion. Maybe the ghosts would be friendly. Maybe I meet a nice lady ghost and we start a relationship. That'd be fun. She's sort of in the middle of the living room. No, there's nothing in the middle of the living room. So I've got a little room to when I'm playing VR. The sofa is up against a wall near the exit to the living room. Just beside the fish tank, which needs to be completely cleaned out and sterilised. I mean, it's cleaned out. There's no water or fish or anything. It just needs to get all the gravel and everything out. Madam, does the cabin have indoor plumbing? I think you'd be pipping in the woods, Madame Crystal. Hey, Shawsy. All I have is waiting to play Red Dead. Okay. You know, I keep thinking I don't want to play Red Dead Redemption, but I do keep thinking about getting like just a second-hand PlayStation because I don't want to pay full price for it. Because there's a couple of games I want to play, and I know they'll never come out on PC. So I also don't want to give money to Sony for the PlayStation because just on general principle, I don't believe in exclusives. Kate, do I suppose you can write a New York Times bestseller in 2 weeks? Well, was it Barbara Cartland who wrote many best-selling novels? She wrote multiples a year, so I don't know if they're any good. Actually, I've never read them. Don't intend to. But yeah, I'd wager you could probably knock out a bestseller in 2 weeks if you wanted. At least the first draft. If you've got nothing else to do. That's a Dalek next to the sofa, which I'm hiding behind, Stina. And it's a bit chilly here too. No, I don't watch The Walking Dead anymore. I lost interest in it. I think it was partway through season 5. I lost interest in it. Because everyone thinks it's a burger or a sandwich. Quite alright, Barry. Fluffy the boneless, can you do a proper full-on Rapsy Nesbitt-esque Glaswegian accent? Yeah, probably. Hi, Chloe. Bye, Barry. Take care. Hey, Art, bye, Nicole. Welcome. Sorry to hear that, Kate. I think I'm just past 61,000 now, Barry. I've had quite a good couple of months in terms of subscribers. Madam Crystal, what is the process of picking stories besides permission anyway? Usually involves making a hot cup of tea, realizing you're probably not going to get anything else done for several hours, going to the usual haunts, checking through, reading stories, checking them for various things. Is there excessive cursing in it? If there is, move on. Not cursing at all. I mean, obviously there's some cursing in my stories, but is it well written? Is it interesting? Is there anything unique about it? Have you contacted this person before recently? If so, don't bother contacting them again because that's rude. Hellfreezer, a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy fan. Yes, I love Hitchhikers. Far out in the uncharted backwaters of the western... lovely. Hi, Mary. No, Alexandra, I don't know who that is. Who, in your opinion, would be the best to direct and produce a true Lovecraft film? Say The Mountains of Madness. Probably any film student, really. Give them a teeny tiny budget and tell them to have at it. Somebody unconstrained by what should happen. Fire Armageddon, are you still alive, Hellfreezer? Hang on. I seem to be alive for the moment, yeah. I've only been going for about 25 minutes, so I'm going to be on for at least an hour. We'll see how much longer. Hey, Freezer, how goes the decorating? Still stalled. If I'm feeling okay tomorrow, I might continue on with it. It'd be nice just to get the room stripped, get the wallpaper up, then I can start thinking about nice things to put on the walls. I gotta ask, why wallpaper and not paint? Because the walls are not great. I've got one room in the house where. No, I've got two rooms in the house. One's got regular wallpaper, one wall, and the rest are all lined and then painted. But I don't like that. I like proper wallpaper. Julie Abraham, when you find a story with excess swearing, well, see, the thing is, unless somebody says to me, oh, by the way, I'm not very confident in my rhyme, feel free to make any edits you want. Unless they say that, I try to avoid making any edits at all, so I just don't use that story. In fact, there's stories I've kind of glanced over at first. I thought, oh, that's quite good. I like that. That'll be good. Then it's had way more cursing in it than I've realised, and I've thought, I'm just not going to use it. Although I have generally found when it comes to swear words in stories, now I must stress, cursing is a very, very useful tool, especially when you're trying to communicate high emotion. It has a place in a story. It's important, but I usually find about if you've written a story and it's going to take me about 45 minutes, that's about 45 minutes of a reading, right? It doesn't take that long to record it. It takes longer than that. But when all said and done, it's about 4 or 5 minutes of a reading, and you've got 10 fucks in there, you probably only need about 4 or 5 of them. And you don't even need to substitute them. You can literally just take them out. And you'll generally find the sentence structure flows better, in many cases, than it does with them. Luna, you're not getting ignored. I did say hi to you. Bye, Amber. Hi, Staples. I'm drawing a picture of myself decorating. Bells in hell, you're welcome to make suggestions, but I'm mostly just doodling stick figures at the moment. No, Staples. I think the neckbeard pig was too beautiful to be repeated. My bedroom. Julie? Shh. I think the neckbeard pig should the archive should be up. Stina, the crow poster is still on the part of the room where I haven't torn the wallpaper off yet, but it'll probably get torn off tomorrow or later in the week. Well, that is, since you're drawing you, says Art by Nicole, is this a face reveal? Well, I did draw my own face last stream. That's more. This is more of a butt reveal because that's a shot of me from behind as I'm scraping the walls. Alexander, I think I've seen Toy Story. Yeah, quite a few years ago now, but I have seen it. Jenny Bean, the sweet queen, smells food. I have to start thinking about dinner. I was gonna make like chicken, rice, and veg. Just throw it all in the pressure cooker. Hope for the best. With a couple of stock pots, maybe. Did he? I forgot what I even drew there. I don't think I saved any of them. They're making a Toy Story 4. They're going to milk that cow as much as they can. Lucia, what will your next video be? I believe it's Adventures in Fast Food and Retail. Tomorrow. Shockingly today, I actually got 2 videos made fairly quickly, even with the neighbours making noise. Madam Crystal, you threw out the poster. It seems a waste. I might see if my niece wants it, but I don't know if she's into the Crow. She's into Harley Quinn, which is slightly disturbing. I did, when I was clearing out some stuff just before Christmas, I think it was, I did find some old comics I'd bought that I gave to my niece. I don't know, maybe. Hey, Texas Tea. Staples, you and I are in about the same position. But I had almost 15 years under my belt by the time I quit. Hang on, did someone ask me a question? Oh yeah, Reddish Fox. Hellfreezer, any new categories you may narrate in the future? I'm thinking of military stories. I'm not sure what I'll call that series, but I'm thinking of that. Because a lot of them do kind of crop up in other videos. Alexander Moore, yes, I used to work in retail before I became a YouTuber. About... when did I quit? It'll be 3 years come the end of May. Well, that's much more preferable, Staples. You have a smaller group of people you want to strangle when you're in an office. Lucia, I am actually working on a police-related uh, video. I'm looking for positive police stories because I think I give the police a bad rap with some of the stories I do. Right, no, nobody suggests titles because if I actually end up using it, then you might sue me. Oh, good news. We should have a glitch video this week. I was checking, and the messages I sent last week have actually got enough responses back now. Finnegan's Art, Hellfreezer, which Hogwarts house are you in if you didn't have one? When do you think you'd in? I'd probably be in Gryffindor. Not just because of the coolest one, I think I'd probably definitely be in Gryffindor. I'm intelligent, but not smart enough to be a Ravenclaw. I'm not enough of a duffer to be in Hufflepuff. And I'm not evil enough to be in Slytherin. Or selfish enough. And Barry, favourite series to record? Probably the funny ones. Get to do a lot of kind of vocal gymnastics there. That's always fun for me to do. Unless I'm trying to record while feeling poorly. That's not so much fun. Julie, I have kind of looked into that. I think there is a resource for it. Still not to be a jerk. That sounds like something a jerk would say. But I'm here for the Hellfreezer pictures beyond the stunned curtain pic. That's not a curtain, that's wallpaper. Reddish Fox? Probably not. I need to get those from subscribers now. Unless I can... I keep meaning to find another source for similar kind of stories. But the fact of the matter is, Spinning Plates does far better than the embarrassing stories. It was never called the IFU. Than the embarrassing stories has ever done. Draw more with your skills. I'm sort of stick figures are my skill. I'm just trying to learn how to use a tablet, really. Hey, Dexter. Lucia, where are you from? I'm from Scotland. Specifically, my sofa in Scotland. Did you ever imagine have females? Well, it's not just women. And no. But I'm very happy about that. Mary Smith, you can find contact information, my email, kingofthecities@gmail.com. You can find that in the description of pretty much every video. Almost all of them. Oh, I don't know. I've never been to Baltimore. It might be quite a nice place to visit. I did find a cool thing the other day. I almost thought about trying to find a bigger copy of it and printing it and getting it framed. It was actually a picture of the street I live in just as the houses were being constructed. I couldn't get a date on it though. It was obviously rather old, black and white. There was one side of the street didn't even have the pavement. Some of the houses didn't even have stairs at that point because the construction was still that early. That's alright, he's only got 2 legs. There's a couple of pincers here, shouldn't I? I suddenly can't remember what a crab looks like. Ah, crap, what's happening? Buttons are doing things. Monica, hey Hellfreezer, I'm in West London. Seriously, need to get to a whole bunch of stories I've experienced, paranormal, scary, and embarrassing to it. Lovely. Mary, the paranormal stories go from very, very scary, slightly odd, to actually quite touching in some cases. They're quite mixed. Ooh, now Venigan's Art's asking the really important questions. Favorite race in Star Trek and why? Ooh. Oh, that's a tough one. Favorite race in Star Trek? There's a lot I like, but do I have a favourite? Well, they were kind of cool, but I wouldn't say they're my favourite, the Borg. No. Cardassians were interesting, but again, not my favourites. I think the Trills, actually, if you're forcing an answer out of me, I think I'd go with the Trills. The cool ones with spots. Not the weird ones with the bumps and the Riker body stealing. And the reason I like that is because it is a character that can always return in some version. I love Jadzia. I loved Jadzia, but also quite liked Ezra as well. Stina, someone's gone apparently. AC, no. Sit down while Uncle Hellfreezer educates you, AC. No, the original Trill, I'm talking about Odan. they were definitely parasites, right? I.e., it was a volunteer. I don't know why they volunteered, but they plopped the symbiote in the body and it completely took over. Whereas the cool trills we got in Deep Space Nine forward, they were actually a truly symbiotic species. It was the symbiote did not dominate the host didn't dominate the symbiote. They were a true blending of both beings, and that's one of the coolest things about them. Oh, the crab is gone. Yes, the crab had to sleep. I think he also had a dentist appointment the next day. Humans in Star Trek, boo. Best the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. His continuing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out their new life civilizations, this sort of thing, of course. TNG versus DS9. Ooh. Well, I can't. TNG was like my first. That was like the first Star Trek that aired first run while I was young, so that's always special to me. But I prefer Deep Space Nine. Bye, Farmageddon. Hellfreezer rocks. Sometimes back and forth in a corner while crying. Yes. I should have gotten a refreshment before I started this. Burroughs, since you said you like doing different voices, which accent voice do you like doing the best? I quite like doing the Romanian one. My Dracula voice. He is a lot of fun for me to do, because he's quite a cool, relaxed guy, you know? Everybody gives Dracula a hard time. No, but he's alright. He's quite friendly, he's just trying to live his best life. I'm kind of working on something using Dracula as a character. Lots of projects. Some of them might even come to fruition. Welcome back, Staples. Hey, hang on, someone's denying boobs? Who? Where? Let me at them. I'll sort them out. As far as I know, because was it last year? It was a while ago now. YouTube did institute rules that ultimately uh, benefited all channels with people trying to copy them, because it just wasn't practical for the copycats to do it, because they weren't going to get the kind of traction they needed and the time they wanted it to make money. Do American Midwest? You're going to have to name someone from the Midwest so I know how they're meant to sound. Hey, Monica, looking cool. Oh, Fargo, eh? Right, yeah. Now, when you talk about the Midwest, I immediately think of somebody from Canada because there's quite a bit of similarity there, you know. Try a Seattle accent. I don't know how people in Seattle sound. Did they sound like Frasier? Oh, for God's sake, Niles. Nichols, I'm from Boston. Just need to ignore the letter R. Matter of fact, nothing's wrong with Jersey, just you need to stay away from the shore. Hey, pretty cat. Oh, does Jonathan Ross come from Boston then? He's got that same kind of thing. Sleep tight, Ghetto Outlaw. We have a nice day at work tomorrow. Is it Brooke? No, I've never been to Canada. Apparently, I've got family in Canada from my mother's side, but I've never met them. Welcome back, Barry. apparently Canada's quite a nice place. I'd be afraid of getting stabbed though, because I don't know if you guys have ever seen that Twitter account ScanBC. It's some of the stuff on it's actually quite funny, but there's a lot of people getting stabbed. Tablet's running low. I may have to rig up something. Nicole, I don't know which part of Canada they live in. I just know they exist. I don't know anything about them. My mother met them, but I never met them. Turn the brightness down, make the battery last a bit longer. Texas tea. What kind of tea do you drink? That is, if you drink tea. I drink many, many teas. I'll give you the list. I drink Twinings Earl Grey, various green teas. I recently started drinking Gunpowder Green. That's actually quite nice. It's a bit stronger, but it's quite nice. And I've also been enjoying ginger tea with honey in it, which is actually really, really nice, especially on a cold winter night. Quite like Red Bush as well. That's rather nice. And are there any other teas? I think that's the end of my tea list. Unless you can count iced tea, but iced tea. Thank you, Yeet. Ah, yes, Good Will Hunting. How does Sir enjoy those apples? Perhaps Sir would care for an orange or a banana instead. Good stuff. Pretty Cat, I don't know. My tablet just told me it's got 15% less charge in it. So if I can find an extension to plug in, maybe a bit longer. I suppose I could look at the chat on my phone, but it'll all be very small then. I've had to stop drinking Dr. Pepper. They keep putting artificial sweeteners in all the soft drinks here. Used to be fine, you could just buy it, well, it's just sugar and all the other rubbish they put in it, but now they've started putting aspartame in it. I try to avoid artificial sweeteners as much as possible. But how was my day? Well, I went to bed early last night, so I got up at about 10, started working at 12, and I was shockingly done by about 4:30, even though the neighbours were making noise. So I was able to do a bit of shopping. Then I thought to myself, you know what? Work's done, videos are uploaded. I could bring the microphone downstairs and have a bit of a chat. Hi, Marikova. Stina, what's your favourite band? Don't really have a favourite band. Texas Tea doing the keto diet. Yeah, I was watching videos about that a while ago. See, my musical tastes are really, really eclectic. In fact, I can probably let you have a nose at what I'm listening to. There we go. What have we got here? Imagine Dragons, Dode, Simon and Garfunkel, Counting Crows, bit of Falco, Bob Dylan, Right Said Fred, Ingrid Michaelson, a lot of Ingrid Michaelson, Kate McGill, Lily Allen, Bastille, and pretty varied. Obviously, I can't play any of those to give you a listen at them, but I can let you look. No, Barry, you can eat plenty on the keto diet. It's just certain things you need to avoid. No, I don't think you can eat Michael Jackson on the keto diet. There's not really much to him anyway. Nope. Is there Michael Jackson? Yeah, probably. We've got Bee Gees, Madeline Bailey, Bon Jovi, Boyzone, Don't Judge, Bruce Springsteen, Capital Cities. Yes, that is Celine Dion. I love her. Dude. I was going to make it to this. Hellfreezer, which Star Trek characters do you dislike the most? Let's do the dislike. I hate Wesley Crusher. Will Wheaton's okay. Pretty nice guy, seems like. I hate Wesley Crusher. Because he was such an... It wasn't that he was intelligent. There was nothing wrong with him being intelligent. He was just such an obnoxious, snooty, superior little shit. Well, that's the why. Wasn't a fan of Tasha. Didn't hate Tasha. It was just, well, with her and Worf there, you needed either one or the other, not both, so it was good that one of them went. And let me think. I liked everybody on Deep Space Nine. On Voyager, I wasn't a fan of Kess. I just found her boring. That's really all there was to it. Oddly, Neelix, who everybody hates, didn't really bother me. And I don't like Michael Burnham on Discovery. Or rather, no, that's to be fair, I didn't like Michael Burnham on Discovery because the first 2 episodes of that show did such a good job in making me hate her because she was so dumb and irresponsible. But they've won me over a bit in season 2. And who do I like the most? As a kid, I was always into the kind of outsider characters, so it'd be Spock, Data, the Doctor, Odo, ones like that. But I kind of like most of the characters mostly, although Data is still my favourite, really. My favourites kind of remained my favourites. Although one thing I liked about Deep Space Nine, although Odo was probably my favourite character, I really liked the friendship between Bashir and O'Brien. I kind of liked how that gradually evolved over the course of the show. Dare you to go against me on Amadeus for character? Okay. Well, I don't speak German, so... Amadeus, Amadeus, oh Amadeus, Amadeus. Amadeus, Eurydice, we're all the days. Deanna Troi. You know, I think with Deanna, there was a lot of potential with that character that just they rarely realised it. At least to put her in a proper uniform eventually. Everybody looked good in those uniforms, but I mean, don't get me wrong. Teenage Hellfreezer appreciated the tight dresses in a very specific way, but they weren't exactly the best of outfits. Marikova, do you watch anime? Nope, I've never really gotten into anime. I've got nothing against it, I never got into it. Well, to be fair, AC, Troi did crash the Enterprise the first time she took over the piloting. Right, that's enough looking at Hellfreezer's music. Back to the emotional fruit. Amadeus, 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 rock me Amadeus. Before you slip into unconsciousness, I would like to have another kiss. Barry, what is your computer background? Something YouTube friendly. Brace yourselves. That's currently my background. Made that one myself. Elvis Presley. A very old friend came by today. He was telling everyone in town to stop singing before this song gets claimed by whoever owns Elvis's music. Paulina, hello. Why do you keep calling me Frenzy? Picasso wishes he was this good. At least you recognize what I'm trying to draw. Drop the magic pen. Oh, Texas tea, that's awful. They're not sledding. They're adrift on the ocean. I should probably put some birds in the background. How far from the capital city? A reasonable distance. Well, there's all M's. That's the easiest way to draw birds in the distance. No, I can never hated Troy. I'm completely blanking on the actress's name. How the hell could that happen? I know those people like their family. Marina Sirtis, there we go. She, however, I'm not crazy about. Kind of rude is what she seems. One day I might actually be doing proper drawings in these live streams. Right now I'm just trying to get to grips with using the tablet. Not anytime soon. I might do another one at some point though. Data was a hunk. Data is 70 years old. Think about that. Everybody's like, oh yeah, they should definitely get Brent Spiner to come back in the Picard show. He's 70 years old. Then they come up with all these ideas and how they could do it. Well, they could do this, they could do that. I even come up with a few myself, mind you. But I think the fact is, Brent Spiner just doesn't want to do it. No, don't get me wrong. Brent Spiner, even at 70, still a pretty good looking guy. Hellfreezer, what are your feels about Data's evil brother Lore? Well, I feel kind of sorry for Lore because I always got the impression he was broken, not so much evil. He wasn't bad, he was just drawn that way, programmed that way. Data is, yes, Data had a willy, well done. So I always wondered why they didn't even. Lore even said it to Sung himself. Why didn't you try to fix me, you wanker? So I always felt quite sorry for Lore, even though he did a lot of nasty things. But what tablet is that? It's a Wacom Intuos. I think I got the drawing version. There's a couple of different versions. Let me check. Well, I've got two tablets. I've got the drawing tablet and the tablet I'm looking at you all on. We're at 12% battery, and it was 15% about 15 minutes ago. We might be all right. I'm only going for 2 hours maximum anyway. Oh, hey, Hilly Bob. Well, the thing is, Julie, they don't really need to use contacts these days. They can actually just do that in post. Because if you remember Rebecca Ramin, who is now a Star Trek alum, they initially had her with the gold contacts in the X-Men films and painted her blue. They still painted her blue, but they then did the contacts digitally afterwards. Or they could just make them look human. Say that they found a body that Noonien Soong designed to copy his consciousness over to, but never actually did it, and then stick whatever's left of Data, from B4 into that, and then you'd have, well, not Data, but something like Data. What funny shows do I watch? I watch The Good Place and Friends, Frasier, sort of thing. A lot of older ones, really. Hello, hello. I don't know if. Well, I think you guys. I think they had that some places overseas. I'm not sure how many markets it had though. Bye, Dexter. Take care. I do like. Right. If we discuss the Orville, we'll be getting into some spoiler territory here, guys. So just stick your fingers in your ears for now, if you don't want to be spoiled on the Orville. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I do like the Orville, but the thing is, I absolutely adore Alara, and for obvious reasons, I'm not too enamored with the idea of watching season 2. I haven't seen any of it yet, but I do know what happens regarding Alara, and it makes me sad. Spoilers. Nope, no snacks today. Although I did get a new kind of chip crisp earlier. Oh my god. Mucho's folded crispy tortilla snacks. Made by McCoy's. $2.19 they were for a bag, but there is quite a lot in them. Becoming yawn freezer. No dip. There's sour cream and onion flavour. They're tasty enough as it is. Because oh, she's so cute. Damn right she's cute. That's not the only reason I like her, although it's not a reason. Monica, decorating is currently stalled. I might continue with it tomorrow. I had a neck injury, so I couldn't really do much. Yeah, I think Brent Spiner, without even changing makeup on that show, probably played not the most, but definitely he's one of the actors on track to play the highest number of characters. Jeffrey Combs might beat him though. Although actually I think if you count stunt work as well as actual performance, Patricia Tallman I think is actually the most. Mary Smith, yeah, it does actually help if you like a video. It helps the algorithm promote it more. Therefore other people get to see it. Comments as well, they're also very helpful. Well, that's really nothing to do with getting paid, but it does help more people find the videos, which means more people watch it, which means the video makes more money, which means Hellfreezer makes more money, and there's less chance of him dying of starvation. Oh yeah, I mean, I think before Spiner even came to Trek, he was quite well regarded as an actor. Hey, Night Raven. Now we're on for maybe another 30 or 40 minutes, depending on how the tablet holds up. In fact, I should probably find something to plug in. Well, there's that. Good luck with the midterm. You know, Jelly, I don't think I've ever actually seen Night Court. I'm sure we probably had it over here, I just don't think I've ever actually watched it. Hey, Josephine Anderson. Thanks, AC Callisto. Much appreciated. Go, yes, I know the battery is low. Don't have to tell me. Have you ever visited the US? New England is pretty, and of course Jersey and New York City. I don't know, I mean, I suppose I could visit Jane Silent Bob's secret stash, so Walt Flanagan could yell at me. I suppose that'd be something to do if I visited Jersey. Now see, New York's very busy and hectic though, isn't it? I want to go somewhere peaceful. I think I've seen at least one clip of him on Night Court. I've never really seen a full thing. Give me a sec. I'm going to see if I can plug this tablet in, the tablet I'm watching the chat on, so it doesn't run out. I'm fairly sure we've got another extension around here somewhere. Maybe. doors. There we go. Found an extension. Is Barry being very naughty in the chat while I was gone? Scotland is picturesque and beautiful. It definitely can be. It depends on where you go. Staples, I do have a Discord. Just under, I think it's under Hellfreezer or the Hellfreezer, I'm not sure which. I've yet to figure out what to do with it though. Thank you, Vatican's Art. Which Starfleet department would you work in? 10 forward. Something I can't make out. Well, whoever that was, welcome. Okay, 10 forward, that's a Joecaster. I probably wouldn't join Starfleet, but if I did, I'd probably want to be in engineering. Thanks, Jacob. Hi, Tweaked Playboy. Well, you don't need to drink in order to give drinks to other people. Plus, you know, most of them aren't actual alcohol. Unless someone makes a special request. Then they get the good stuff, like Aldebaran whiskey. Hi, Whispering Times. That's exactly what it is, Barry, yes. Jacob, nope, no plans for a face reveal. Thank you, Tweaked Playboy. Yes, Barb, but we are trying to set a good example for you. I think Whoopi would be good company. She seems like a smart lady. She's lived a life. Gannon's lived an even longer life. Yeah, Mary Smith, we've all started getting those. What you can do then is you can either skip it or you can hit refresh till something shorter comes up. Okay, Mary Smith, I have literally no say whatsoever in the commercials that play. They either play or they don't. And it's happened to every channel. It seems to crop up every now and again. You get longer and longer ones. The worst I've seen, I think, was over an hour. Hey, Donna Michelle. Just ask them to pick it up and put it back. Ghosts are fine as long as they're not rude. I have no idea what the hell I'm drawing here. How come some people put more? You can choose how many ads play on the video. You can't choose specifically which ones. I personally find with my videos, 3's enough. Although if it's over an hour, I will put extra ones on. But some people put more. I have my own feelings about that, but that's really up to them and how they want to run their channels. Hi, Jenny CC. Yes, Jacob. YouTube Red, we do get a portion from the YouTube Red views. I think for me it's like a third to a quarter, depending on when I look at it, of the total revenue. Big question, do you love your fans, Hellfreezer? Of course I do. I'd be dead if it wasn't for my fans. You saved my sanity at a time when it really needed saving. AC Callisto, do you have any thoughts on Brexit? Only that I really don't want it to happen. And quite frankly, I'm fed up hearing those idiots down at fucking Parliament talking about it. Well, Barry, do bear in mind, I mean, I love all 61,000 plus of you. Yeah, I do well enough out of my ad revenue that I can pay all my bills, add to my savings a little bit, and I'm not getting rich or even close to rich, but I'm making a living. Do one of those draw your life videos? Nah. That was a fad a couple of years ago, but it's past now. Although I am looking to move into doing audiobooks soonish. Monica, couldn't have put it better myself. Thanks, Whispering Times. Always appreciated. Barry, oh, don't worry, Barry. I've got a feeling that won't be for much longer. Thanks, Jacob. I think maybe if I pushed things the same way other YouTubers did, I might be a bit bigger than I already am, but alright, Mara, please don't stalk Barry. Hey, Dylan. Thank you, Jacob. Much appreciated. Thank you for providing us with quality content. We love you. Oh, Jacob, I love you too. Hey, don't you bring Broccoli into this. Broccoli did nothing wrong. Okay, I'm trying to stop Barry from getting stalked, but she keeps just giving away details about where she lives. I can only do so much. Give them your house number, the security code to the door. I don't know what that means, Dylan. Helena, how do I deal? Not very well. Usually just make sure I spend a little bit of time each day decompressing. For me, that used to be when I'd come home from work. I'd plop myself on the sofa, I'd grab a snack, not dinner, just something light because I would then eat later. And a snack and a soda, put on some music or whatever, and I'd sing, I'd dance like nobody was watching because I really hope nobody was watching. You just need to take time because it doesn't matter what you're doing, you've got to make sure you take little breaks. Doesn't matter if they're only 5-10 minutes here and there. It's important you make sure you have time for yourself. It will ultimately make you a better studier. Yeah, it'll make you but it will help you keep your sanity. Oh, that sounds nice, Donna. Pork loins. I'm trying to give up red and processed meat, though. Oop, dropped the pen. Well, I guess I'll be no more drawing. Did I ever smoke? Nope, never. Never interested in it. I did almost walk into a vape shop today, though, because I noticed they had an energy drink that I hadn't tried on the counter. But I haven't had those for it was a couple of weeks since I had the last one. No, you're okay, Julie. We can't hear anything. God damn it, Jacob. I'm trying to stop drinking energy drinks. I don't think I've tried peach. What do we have? I liked the cranberry. I liked the blueberry. That was quite nice. Orange was okay. I think, was there an apple one? I don't think that was that great. The only one I didn't really like was the lemon and lime. I thought that tasted like washing up liquid. Mary Grace, everything's bad for you in excess. Energy drinks are bad for my skin. And I have noticed a slight improvement. Not much of an improvement, but a slight improvement since I gave them up. I would likely drink them at some point again, just not too much. Unless they bring out Watermelon Rockstar, in which case I'll just hook that into my vein with an IV. Oh, good, everything's falling. That's lovely. Oh, I haven't quit caffeine. Not yet, anyway. I did get a case of one of my favourite drinks the other day. It's called Gunna. It's the Steelworks blend. It's basically cola and ginger, and it's really, really nice. I was almost bought it from the actual company. It would have been about £26, but I checked Amazon before I ordered, and I got it for £12 for the case. So I was quite happy with that. Bye, Julie. Well, to answer the first part of your question, Barry, yes, I'm trying to get back into shape. Well, here's the thing, Don. I'm British, so you didn't spell it wrong, from my point of view. Who would win in a fight, Kirk, Picard, Cisco? Also, by the way, thank you for the £2 donation. Much appreciated. Let me think. Kirk, Picard, Cisco. I think Cisco, he's probably the most ruthless out of all of them. I also like him the most, to be honest with you, all the captains. See, I think Patrick Stewart would try diplomacy first. Kirk would be counting to make sure he's got more lines than the bad guy. Whereas Cisco would just get things done. What do you think of Walter Fate? I've never watched Walter Fate. I don't think you can post links in Chatberry. But God. I'm fairly sure you can, but try it. Yes, you can still help Hellfreezer, you're nice. Do you have any prospects for a boyfriend or girlfriend? Oh, if you think it'll do that, Barry, you probably shouldn't post it then, but I don't think you can post links in chat anyway. Prospect boyfriend and girlfriend. Well, I'm not going to say never on a boyfriend, but I'd like a girlfriend. But see, the only thing keeping me from getting a girlfriend is me. My own sense of discomfort about my own appearance. Well, if I can get that at least reasonably sorted, I'll feel more comfortable putting myself out there. And quite frankly, 37 years old, yeah, I'd like a girlfriend. But can you even call the woman in your life a girlfriend at 37? Probably just call her Sally. If that's her name. It'd be weird if it wasn't. I was calling her Sally, though. I don't think you did post a link. I'm looking through the chat, Barry. Nope. No, I don't see any. Don't see any links. Russian doll Netflix. Good films. Aquaman was really good. I saw that quite recently. Yeah. Aquaman, Aquaman does whatever Aqua can. I might be mixing my superheroes up there. My friend is 23 and his girlfriend is 38. Well, either one or both of them really lucked out. Ooh, Jason Momoa. Yes, yes, he's very pretty. We know. Oh, well. Best just to leave him to it then, Jacob. I'm sure they'll both work it out eventually. Tell you what, Barry, pick a link, not the dirty meme you were going to post, but and then post it and see. I've got a feeling it'll post and then be redacted. Finnegan's Art, thank you for the donation. Who'd win in a fight, Troy, Mama Troy, Kira, or Dax? Well, you see, Troy's an empath, and that gives her a little bit of an edge. But Mama Troy, Luxana, she's like a full-on telepath, so she would know what moves you're going to make before you make them. I'm just going to take Kira out of the fight because she is a fighter, but Dax has way more experience and skill. Plus, she's got all that Klingon stuff. So it then comes down to Mama Troy and Dax. I think I'd have to give it to Luxana. Although Dax would certainly be, if we're talking Jadzia, then Dax would certainly be physically stronger and younger, or at least younger appearing. If it was Ezri, I think maybe Luxana would beat Ezri. Nope, no Barry, nothing posted. Like I said, you can't post links in chat. I don't even know if I can allow links to be posted in chat. I mean, I would, if it was possible. Show features. Nope. Oh, that's 2 hours. That went by quickly, didn't it? Of course, Luxana Troy would now be played by Rebecca Romijn in this fight. It would be hot and epic. I was never really into Majel Barrett, but fair enough. Both the Daxes, on the other hand, they're both my speed. Kira, yeah, sure, Kira, absolutely. And Maria Sirtis has always been a very nice looking woman. Why don't you promote your videos anymore on Twitter? It's not that I don't want to, but the YouTube had a function where you could automatically, every time a video was posted, Barry, every time the video was posted, it would automatically tweet out to let people know. And I really like that feature. A lot of us like that feature. For reasons which kind of escape me, and I hope they put it back, YouTube has disabled that feature. So it's not happening for anybody now. Yeah, I wonder if they'll maybe do that for the Picard show, because it would be the Majel Barrett computer in that time period. I mean, it's only, 20 years after Nemesis, I think? Bye, Staples. Bye, Jacob. I'll be heading off myself in a few minutes as well. Oh, thank you, Duna. Have a nice dinner. Yeah, I'm gonna have to remember, and I will forget most days. I know I will, because I'm usually either making videos or running errands, or right now trying to get decorating done. I've got to post them myself manually. Hey, Don Diego. Don Diego Robles. You're not a vampire, are you? A vampire cowboy? I saw a film like that once. No. It's Johanna. It's not that. It's just I'm busy. You see. I mean, I know it needs to be done every day. It's just there's things. In fact, I'll need to go and do today soon. Yeah, somebody did actually ask that earlier, Don Diego. No, only if they're subscriber stories, but beyond that, the series is pretty much done. The thing I replaced it with gets better views anyway, much better views, 2-3 times. Oh, I just wish there was an app that did the washing up for me. Yeah, a lot of people did like them, Don. It's just, the new things getting more people like it. It was going to have to happen eventually with one of the series. I was going to have to cancel something that was underperforming, and so when I started getting a bit of hassle from the TIFU subreddit, that seemed like a good chance to try something else, and this something else did better. Dishwasher or laundry? Oh, I don't have a dishwasher, no room for it. If I did, I would have bought one, I assure you. See, everybody always talks about doing naughty things with robots. I just want a robot that'll do the dishes and keep the house clean. That would be awesome. Okay, I think that might be a good time to wrap things up. Thank you, Barry. I'll need to post it on my own channel though, so everybody sees it. It's not fully healed up, Monica, but it's much better than it was. Although I'm probably gonna ruin it, possibly tomorrow when I try to get on with the decorating in my bedroom. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna head off for now. So until next time, thank you very much for listening, and take very good care of yourselves. And we want to stop streaming.